Hello everyone, and I am here again. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be giving you 5 reasons why not to live with your in-laws or with your family after the marriage. As much as you can after the marriage, you must avoid living with your parents or any relatives. If you are Christian, even in the Bible it is mentioned that after the marriage the couple must live by their own. They must build their own family. Or they have to leave their parents for them to have their own family. But leaving your family after marriage doesn't mean that you are ungrateful daughter or son. Leaving your parents after marriage does not mean that you will be forgetting them as parents. But if we will talk about the culture and traditional customs of Pakistan, this is a different story. Here in Pakistan, although they have multicultural practices, there is still something that is very common to them when it comes to family system, and that is a joint family system. Remember this, here in Pakistan, when you said joint family system or joint family, it's not just the father, the mother, the sisters, the brothers, but in some cases or in many cases, includes the aunt, the uncle, or other close relatives. That is the kind of joint family system that they have here in Pakistan. Whatever the caste, whatever the ethnical races, or whatever provinces they belong to. As I said, Pakistan has a multicultural and traditional customs. So the impact or the experiences that you will be having will be depending on which kind of family you will be joining. I'll be giving these 5 reasons why you are not or you must avoid living with your in-laws after the marriage, or you are already married with a Pakistani and living in the other country, but then you're planning to live for good here in Pakistan. Though there are lots of reasons not to live with your in-laws, but I will be giving you 5 reasons or basic reasons not to live or to avoid living with your in-laws, especially if you are foreigner. Number 1, conflict. This conflict between you and your in-laws will surely occur anytime because of these reasons. It includes language or individual differences, lifestyle, and culture. Especially for those who are foreigners, there are lots to mention that can create conflict between you and your in-laws. Number 2, privacy. When we say living with in-laws, it is understood that you will be living in one place. It might not be in the same house, but in the same place. Place means in one compound. Considering the situation or the culture of Pakistan, most of them or most of the joint family are living in one house. Might be because of their social status, but it is very common that they are living in one house or one building. For example, if the family has only one house, even how big or how small is that house, then they have to live in that place together. Each of you, if you are lucky enough, you will have your own rooms. But aside from having your own rooms, all the areas in the house is for everyone. Some who are well-to-do, they are making houses by floors. So, if there are 4 siblings and 2 of them are brothers, then usually live in their ancestors' house. Since most of the women here or the bride, after the marriage, the groom will bring her to live with his family. Commonly, those brothers are the one who are living with their parents or ancestors' houses. So, if there are 3 brothers, then these 3 brothers will live in the same place with their wife. If they are 3, they can make 3 floors on that house. They will live separately by floors. But if the couple is very rich, then it will be a different story. But there are also some rich people that they don't separate with their family. They just build their house in the same compound and living in the same place. So in this setup, how the privacy will be affected? In this case, those who are very poor or belongs to a middle class family are the one who will be having problems when it comes to privacy while living with their in-laws. I'll give you just an example. When it comes to privacy, we will be talking about personal things that we have. There's something that we don't want to share with anyone. If you are in a joint family, this privacy is very hard to maintain. Especially if your husband or your husband-to-be is belong to a poor or middle-class family. Number 3 reasons. Decision making. Here in Pakistan, even you belong to a poor, well-to-do or very rich family, Even they are not living in a joint family or living in a joint family, when it comes to decision making, like for example, in arranging the marriage or buying something that huge, like for example, buying a house or a land. Most of the time, this will be or they are discussing it in the presence of the whole family, which is not only the parents, the siblings, but it includes the uncles or any close relatives. Most of the time, this kind of making decision, especially when it comes to marriage, will need or will be decided by the whole members of the family or clan. And in the simplest way, if you are living with your in-laws, decision making is very hard to do. Even in just buying furniture or buying something that you want to do at home, decorating your home or decorating the home or whatsoever that you want to do, or setting up the house or things at home based on what you want it to be, it's hard to make it possible. Why? Because that house is not yours. There are many of you that is living in that house. And of course, since this is a joint family, the decision or the plan that you have must be approved by your parents-in-law or other siblings that are in charge to it. Remember this, most of the Pakistani men or the sons are respecting their mother a lot. So in this case, the approval of the mother is very important. Though it is not really applicable for everyone because there are some son also or husband that's not really following but the parents wants. It depends on the situation. But since we are just living within laws or you are just living within laws, of course, you have a limited power to do or to decide what you want. Number 4, misunderstanding or issues. As I mentioned earlier, living with in-laws can cause conflict, and one of that is the language, especially if you are a foreigner. Since you have your own language and they have your own language, there's a lot of time, or most of the time, you will be having a problem or issues understanding them or them understanding you. And because of that, it creates misunderstanding and drama issues every day. Honestly, it's not just happening to those foreign spouse, but it's also happening to their own woman who are married to the same Pakistani man and same Pakistani woman. It's also a very common scenario that they are having misunderstanding with their in-laws. There's a lot of things that causes misunderstanding between the in-laws or between the daughter-in-laws and the mother-in-law, the sister-in-laws, or any or all the in-laws that you are living with in the same house or place. So those reasons of having misunderstanding is depends on the kind of situation, of course. Even we say that our in-laws are very nice or loving and caring, still they are human and you are also human. For sure, misunderstanding can occur anytime. Number 5, complicated life. Why is that so? In any relationship like husband and wife, man and woman, friendship, or any kind of relationship, in some reasons, this relationship is very complicated. And one of that is this situation living with your in-laws, especially if you are experiencing those things that I have mentioned. Having conflict, hard to find privacy, making decision, and misunderstanding. Thinking about this situation or reasons, of course, it will create complicated lifestyle. So to avoid this kind of situation or issues, we must not or avoid living with our in-laws. I do believe that deciding not to live with in-laws is a rude actions or decision. Living out of them doesn't mean that you are not embracing, respecting, loving, and caring your in-laws or the family of your husband or husband-to-be. Just that you just want to avoid this kind of situation so that you can keep your good relationship with them. In this way, I believe that living separate with them, you can also avoid developing bad things or bad relationship with them. So if you are planning to come in Pakistan to marry with a man you love or to marry a Pakistani or you are already married and living in other country, then you have to consider or you have to discuss this matter with your husband husband to be. This is all for today, and thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and click the notification bell so that you will be notified for the next video that I am going to upload very soon. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or additional information about this video or about this topic, please feel free to give your comments on the comments section below. Have a great day everyone, and see you on my next video. Bye for now.